In a world that never stops shouting, where every opinion is blasted louder than the last, where every emotion is worn on the sleeve for all to see, there exists a power that few understand. The power of being nonchalant. To be nonchalant is often mistaken for indifference, for apathy, or even arrogance. But in reality, it is something far deeper, far stronger. It is a quiet strength, the mastery of self-control, composure, and presence in a world obsessed with noise and reaction. When everyone around you is chasing attention, reacting impulsively, and revealing their every thought and feeling, the man who stays calm, who does not flinch, who does not chase, that man holds a power that cannot be bought or borrowed. He holds power because he controls himself, because he understands that true influence comes not from shouting louder, but from saying less and meaning more. This video is about unlocking that power, about learning why nonchalance is not about caring less. It's about caring precisely. It's about directing your energy only where it truly matters. It's about concealing your intentions, mastering your emotions, and becoming a presence that commands respect without demanding it. You might think this sounds like coldness or detachment, but I invite you to think deeper. Nonchalance is not the absence of feeling. It is the presence of control. It is the ability to sit across from chaos, insult, and temptation, and remain calm, unmoved, and deliberate. Throughout history, great leaders, warriors, and thinkers have understood this truth. Machiavelli, the master of political strategy, taught that a ruler must learn to seem composed even when chaos reigns, because desperation reveals weakness. Calm reveals power. In this video, we will explore how to develop this power for yourself, how to become untouchable in a world full of noise, how to wield silence like a weapon, how to let your actions speak louder than your words, and your stillness become the gravity that pulls others toward you. By the end of this hour, you will see confidence and strength in a new light. You will understand why nonchalance is one of the most misunderstood yet essential traits for lasting success in relationships, in business, and in life. So if you're ready to stop reacting to the chaos around you, if you're ready to move from noise to mastery, stay with me. This is your next step toward composure, power, and lasting clarity. Let's begin. To truly understand nonchalance, we must first clear up a common misunderstanding. Nonchalance is not about caring less or being indifferent. It is not apathy. It is selective care. It is mastery over where and how you invest your energy. Imagine a man in a crowded room where emotions run high and opinions clash loudly. Everyone around him is reacting, chasing validation, and spilling their feelings without restraint. But this man remains calm. His face reveals nothing. His eyes give no hint of urgency or need. He speaks only when his words carry weight. This man is nonchalant. He does not show his hunger, his desires, or his fears, not because he lacks them, but because he has learned to control how and when they are expressed. Machiavelli, the father of political strategy, understood this perfectly. He taught that the prince must always seem composed, even when chaos surrounds him. Why? Because desperation is a weakness others will exploit. But when you show nothing, no panic, no urgency, you become unreadable. You become dangerous. The nonchalant man uses appearances as weapons. He understands that perception shapes reality. If others cannot grasp what you want or how you feel, they cannot manipulate you. They are left guessing. And in that guessing, you hold the advantage. But nonchalance is not just about appearances. It is about emotional mastery. It is feeling deeply, but showing nothing. It is thinking with clarity while appearing detached. It is holding the upper hand while pretending not to notice. This mastery requires discipline, the kind of discipline that is earned through years of training your mind and emotions. The nonchalant man has built distance between his feelings and his expressions. He knows the difference between urgency and action, between visibility and influence. He does not rush to fill silence with noise. Instead, he moves deliberately, with purpose. His silence creates tension. His calm commands respect. Think about the last time you were in a conversation where someone stayed calm while others around them grew frantic. That calmness was magnetic. It drew your attention. It made you wonder what that person was thinking. That is the power of nonchalance. It's not about playing cold or distant. It's about creating an emotional space where others reveal themselves without realizing it. When you say less, people fill the gaps with their own guesses, and often their own mistakes. This psychological warfare is subtle, but effective. The man who appears to need nothing often controls everything. What he seems to lack, others rush to provide. What he pretends not to want, others try to give. His detachment fuels pursuit. His silence creates curiosity. His calm breeds authority. But remember, this calm is not natural. It is trained. It is the result of conscious practice. It is the reward of a mind that refuses to be shaken by the world's noise. In the next part, we'll explore how this quiet power plays out in real life, how nonchalance disarms opponents, commands respect, and creates lasting influence. Stay with me. Nonchalance is not passive. It is an active form of control, a weapon forged in silence and restraint. When others rush to fill every space with noise, the nonchalant man listens. He watches. He waits. His stillness unsettles those around him. They wonder, why doesn't he react? Why doesn't he chase? Why doesn't he care? Their confusion becomes his advantage, their curiosity, his control. By withholding emotional responses, the nonchalant man forces others to reveal their true intentions. People hate not knowing what you're thinking. The silence becomes unbearable, and they break, exposing themselves. This is not manipulation for manipulation's sake. It is strategic patience. In social situations, this looks like someone who speaks only when their words matter. They don't jump into every argument or chase every opportunity. Their presence alone commands the room. In business, it's the leader who doesn't panic when the market shifts, the one who holds steady while others scramble. Their calm signals confidence, and confidence breeds trust. In relationships, nonchalance means caring deeply but never clinging. It means showing value through restraint, not desperation. When you don't chase, you create polarity. Others are drawn to the space you create by stepping back. Think of it like gravity. The less you push, the more you pull. But this game requires discipline. It requires you to hold back when your instincts scream to act, to delay gratification, to choose silence over noise. It requires knowing that every reaction you don't give, every word you don't say, is a victory. The nonchalant man knows when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when to hold his tongue. This timing is his power. It is the difference between reaction and response. Reaction is impulsive. It is cheap. Response is deliberate. It is rare, and that rarity makes it precious. Imagine being in control of your emotional space so completely that insults slide off you, that provocations don't pull you in, that chaos stirs around you, but you remain the calm center. That is the strength nonchalance builds. And when you master this strength, you don't just survive, you dominate. You become the question others want to answer, the mystery they try to solve, but never quite do. In the next part, we'll dive into mastering emotions and reactions, the internal work behind this external calm. Stay focused. Nonchalance begins within. It is the result of mastering your emotions and responses, not denying them. Most people are ruled by impulse. They react quickly and loudly to every trigger. But the nonchalant man understands the power of restraint. He trains himself to pause, to observe, to delay gratification. He knows that the urge to respond immediately often leads to weakness, not strength. This emotional sovereignty, the ability to care without clinging, to engage fully without losing control, is what sets him apart. It is not about suppressing feelings, but about choosing which feelings to express, when, and how. Imagine the strength it takes to sit with frustration, insult, or temptation and say nothing. To let silence speak louder than words. This is not easy. It requires discipline, patience, and constant self-awareness. But every time you resist the urge to react, you build power. Every time you withhold an emotional response, you reclaim ownership of yourself. And that ownership is the currency of true influence. In relationships, nonchalance creates polarity and depth. It draws others closer, not because you chase them, but because you don't need to. In business and social life, it breeds respect and trust. People know you don't act out of desperation or insecurity. They know you are a man who acts with purpose and control. To cultivate this mastery, start by becoming aware of your triggers. Notice when you want to react impulsively, then practice pausing. Take a breath, count to 3. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will this response move me closer to my goals? If the answer is no, hold back. Stay silent. Stay calm. Over time, this practice rewires your mind. It strengthens your will. It builds your inner fortress. Remember, nonchalance is earned. It is not natural to most of us. We are born impulsive, craving approval and validation. But the man who trains himself to rise above those urges becomes untouchable. Not because the world stops testing him, but because he stops flinching. In the final part, we will explore how this cultivated nonchalance shapes perception and builds lasting influence. Almost there. Stay with me. The nonchalant man's power lies not just in what he does, but in what he refuses to do. He refuses to be rushed by time or swayed by popularity. He understands that the world is frantic by nature, full of impulsive, insecure, reactive people chasing approval and attention. But when you rise above that chaos, when you appear immune to the rush, you become magnetic. You stand out, not by demanding attention, but by mastering your presence. Machiavelli knew this balance well. He said a ruler must be feared more than loved, but without becoming hated. Nonchalance walks that fine line perfectly. It inspires respect without needing affection. It holds power without needing volume. Because power built on mystery is far more durable than power built on noise. When you speak, your words carry weight, not because they are louder, but because they are rarer. When you act, your movements have impact, not because they are grand, but because they are deliberate. The nonchalant man does not waste himself. Every gesture, every expression, every moment of attention is measured. That makes his presence feel sacred. People crave certainty. They look to others to feel safe, guided, anchored. The nonchalant man provides that, not through reassurance, but through stillness. He does not explain himself. He does not over-clarify. He lets his actions speak and his silence echo. And in that quiet confidence, others find stability. Even if they don't understand it, they feel it. You must learn to become the eye of the storm, the calm center in a world of chaos. Not by pretending to be above it, but by mastering your own reactions. Every time you resist the urge to speak, you gain control. Every time you walk away without responding, you grow stronger. Because most people are slaves to emotion. They follow every impulse. But the nonchalant man rules over his instincts. That is why he commands the room, because he commands himself. In relationships, this emotional sovereignty is power, not coldness or manipulation, but the ability to care without losing yourself. When you hold your center, you create polarity, tension, depth. Others are drawn closer, not because you chase them, but because you don't. There is beauty in not needing, in being whole before anyone arrives, in not performing softness just to be accepted. The nonchalant man is not unkind. He is unshaken. His peace is not a strategy. It is a state of being earned through trials, losses, and quiet battles with himself. And that inner victory cannot be stolen. Machiavelli said fortune favors the bold, but boldness does not always roar. Sometimes boldness is refusing to be provoked, refusing to be baited, refusing to lower yourself to the level of those desperate to pull you down. That restraint, that quiet refusal, is one of the boldest things a man can practice. The world will test your calm. It will insult, dismiss, misunderstand you. It will try to trigger you into reaction, into proving, into explaining. But the test is not about how loud you can fight. The test is whether you can walk through it all silent and unmoved. Eyes forward, shoulders steady, intent focused. That is what makes you rare. That is what makes you remembered. Not the noise you make, but the calm you keep. Not the approval you chase, but the gravity you carry. You do not become nonchalant by accident. You become nonchalant by design, with patience, with pain, with purpose. Power is quiet. Real power moves without sound. It does not explain itself. It does not seek applause. It does not chase validation. It simply exists, immovable, deliberate, undeniable. And that is the essence of nonchalance, not pretending not to care, but being so rooted in self-mastery that the world cannot shake you, because true power is calm, because true confidence is quiet, because when you are nonchalant, you are already powerful.